to One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing the latest Broadway revival of Gypsy with book by Arthur Laurents, music by Julie Stein, and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, directed by George C. Wolfe, choreographed by Camille A. Brown, and music supervision, music direction, and additional arrangements by Andy Einhorn. It is running at the newly refurbished Majestic Theater at 245 West 44th Street in New York City. Let me entertain you a bit more over at my Patreon page, where you can, for as little as $1 a month, support my work here, as well as my classic cinema podcast, Yesterday's Matinee. The latest episode on 2001's A Beautiful Mind is currently available for patrons only, who get early access to every episode, while all other episodes are available on Spotify. I just finished a Best of 2024 video, which is available to patrons as well, so go check it out when you are finished here. Thank you to my current patrons, especially my Neo and Hamilton tier patrons, and welcome to the new ones.
I had a dream, a wonderful dream, Papa, all about June and the Orpheum Circuit. This child is going to be a star. Summer people sit on their butts, got the dream, yeah, but not the guts. That's living for summer people, for some drum people, I suppose. My daughters are my job, and I do it damn well.
So let me entertain you, and we'll have a real good time, yes, sir. We'll have a real good
Gypsy is a rite of passage musical for Broadway divas of a certain age, kind of like Hello, Dolly is. As far as I know, only two people have starred as both Dolly and Rose on Broadway, and that's Bernadette Peters and Ethel Merman, and they were both replacements for Dolly. I will say that of the 3 live productions of Gypsy that I've seen, including one at Goodspeed Musicals, Audra gives my favorite performance of Rose, the stage mother from hell who goes to any and every length to get at least one of her 2 children to be a star on the vaudeville circuit. The trick is balancing the highs and lows of the character, which I think Audra does a marvelous job with. She makes Rose sympathetic enough during the first act that when she breaks at the end of the act, when June, played by Jordan Tyson, runs off to get married to Tulsa, played by Kevin Solak, the snap in her brain from her feeling of betrayal becomes horrifying in the best of ways. It's traumatic drama beautifully constructed from Audra's performance and George C. Wolfe's direction of the number Everything's Coming Up Roses. Things appear to be on the up and up when she diverts her attention to the more awkward daughter Louise, played by Joy Woods, but quickly devolves again, leading to an even deeper descent into what can only be defined as madness, with the show stopping Rose's turn. A performance that not only had the audience on its feet, but the 3 rows of critics that I was sitting amongst, something that I've never seen happen. Usually critics will defer and remain seated when audiences give mid-show standing ovations, like they did with the recent Sunset Boulevard. This will easily be another nomination for Audra, and dare I say, a good chance for Tony number 7. Depends on what everybody thinks of the other performances out there this year. Audra's performance is bolstered by a magnificent turn by Danny Burstein, who plays Herbie, the long-suffering manager of the family, who is in love with Rose. I felt his first impression of Rose was a touch forced when he inquires about her being married, but moving forward, his dedication and compassion for Rose and the children amplifies Rose's softer points, making her seem more tolerable in her worst moments as her demands for her daughters bristle theater executives. The balance between the two make the second act conflict between them all the more palpable and heart-wrenching. The rest of the cast is solid. Joy Woods is great, while Louise is the mousy, reserved, and inept girl, but the song Little Lamb sits uncomfortably in her voice, making it sound a bit weak and slightly off-tune. Also, once she starts making it big in the burlesque circuit, the sensuality and teasing quality is a little light. I would have liked to have seen her progression through the Let Me Entertain You montage be a bit more confident and assertive. I'm not saying her performance is bad, but it could have been better. Woods and Jordan Tyson are delightful in If Mama Was Married, and Tyson gets some amazing choreography for her various performances as Dainty June. Kevin Solak takes advantage of every second of All I Need Is the Girl to show off his hoofer skills, and Leslie Margarita is hysterical as the body Tessitura. Shoutouts should also go to Marley Gomes and Kylie Vickers, who played Baby June and Baby Louise, respectively, on the night I was in attendance, who perfectly set the template of whom June and Louise would be as they grow up. The design of the show wasn't too flashy, but Santo Loquasto did get some moments to shine, particularly during the comical Dainty June and her farm boy sequence when a bale of hay turns into a patriotic bit of silliness. Toni-Leslie James's costumes were properly extravagant, particularly during Louise's later burlesque outfits. They hold a knowing elegance about them that this incarnation of Louise has, and of course the stripper outfits for Mazeppa, played by Lily Thomas, Electra, played by Melinda Hull, and Tessitura are perfectly absurd. One note on the Majestic Theater, which looks great after being cleaned up and renovated after Phantom of the Opera being there forever. It looks amazing, but why they couldn't have adjusted the seating a little is beyond me. You're still going to be packed in like sardines. My nearly 6-foot self is a little pinched there. It's not as bad as the Haze, but it's still a little tight. But anyway, yeah, I loved this production of Gypsy, and it firmly honors the show's reputation as one of the best musicals of all time. Audra is the best Rose I've seen, and though there are some slight issues, in my opinion, on Joy Woods' performance in the latter end of the show, it is a great production and shouldn't be missed. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you've seen any of the other Gypsies on Broadway, let me know which one is your favorite. It doesn't have to be mine. Share your thoughts. If you'd like to see Gypsy, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get tickets. Also in the description will be links to my Patreon and Spotify pages where you can follow and support my work. You can also support my channel by liking and sharing this review, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be, well, I'm not exactly sure. There's a 2-week gap in my calendar right now, but it's January. This is usually a slow time. Currently scheduled is English on Broadway, but that's not for a couple weeks, and something else may come up. So until one show or another, thank you again for watching, and I will see you at the theater.